Okay, so this is for the recipe for the ham and cheese bread. You need a bread pan, cooking spray, flour, baking powder, baking soda, dry mustard, and if you don't have that, you can use regular yellow mustard too, salt, cayenne pepper, or you could use red pepper flakes, milk, honey, oil, 3 eggs, some ham, and some cheese that you like. You can do a mixture of sharp cheeses or mozzarella or any cheese that you like. You're going to need a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon, a 1 cup, a 1/3 of a cup, and a 1/4 cup. Okay, you want to preheat your oven to 350. And get that started before you start mixing all your ingredients so you have it done. Then you want to spray your bread loaf pan with some cooking spray. And set that to the side. Next, you're going to want to take your dry ingredients, which would be your flour, baking powder, baking soda, the dry mustard, if you're using dry mustard, the cayenne pepper, the salt, and put it into that bowl all together. You're going to need the 2 cups of flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard if you're using dry mustard, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and just a pinch of the cayenne pepper. So once all of these ingredients are in the bowl, just mix it lightly, swirl it around, and then you can just set it to the side. Next, in a larger mixing bowl that you can use an electric mixer with, you want to put together the milk, the oil, the honey, and the eggs and blend them until they are smooth. Okay, once you have the eggs, the milk, the honey, and the oil in a bowl, you want to transfer it over to your mixer. And whisk it until it's smooth and a little bit fluffy. So you probably want to mix it for a good 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, after it's mixed for 3 to 4 minutes, you might want to change paddles if you're using an electric mixer to the one that is not the whisking, otherwise the dough is going to get really stuck in there. You're going to add little by little your dry mixture into the eggs and the milk. So just add a little bit and then turn the mixer on a lower setting. And as this is fully mixed in, then add a little more until all the dry mixture is gone. The flour mixture and the egg mixture are mixing. You want to put 1 1/4 cup to 1 1/2 cup of cheeses into a bowl. I like using a little thicker shred of cheese so it shows up nice in the bread. You can really use any kind of cheese that you like. If you want a stronger taste to cheese, make sure you're using a sharp or a hard cheese. Either sharp cheddars or Gruyere is a good one too. And you want to have a mixture in there. And then you're going to take your 6 ounces of ham. It can be solid ham. This is just from the deli. And you're going to want to chop it up in pretty small centimeter chunks. So once your ham is all diced up, you just want to pour it into the cheese. And then mix it all together, crumble it up. So it's nice and mixed. You're gonna take your dough or your bread mixture out. And you're going to pour in little by little the cheese and the ham, and then just stir it up a little bit, fold it in. To your bread mixture. A little spice or a little bite to the bread. You could always chop up some green scallions and add those, about 1/4 to 1/2 of a cup, or you could put a couple tablespoons of horseradish in it as well. But we're cooking this so that a 3-year-old can eat it, so we're gonna leave the spicy stuff out in hopes that he actually will eat this. You're going to take your mixture and you're going to pour it into the loaf pan. Once you have the batter in the pan, you can take some cheese that you have left and just sprinkle it on the top. Okay, when the 45 minutes is up, you want to open up. Nice. And take your bread out. It should have a nice crispy top from the melted cheese. And you want to set it to cool for at least a 1/2 hour.